Hello, my name is Genaro de la Cruz and thank you for coming today. Do you know that 1 out of 10 students drop out of school because they are bullied? Would it hurt you see a friend dropping out of school for this reason? Or even worse, what if you are the reason for the student dropping out? Bullying is a major problem in society, and there are different types of bullying, not only physical aggression, which can bring serious consequences to our children. For this presentation, I have read books written by specialists and visited websites that contain important information about this topic. Today, I will talk about what bullying is, the different types of bullying, and the consequences of bullying. Bullying is unwanted aggressive behavior among school-age children that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. Both kids who are bullied and who bully others may have long-lasting consequences, such as depression, anxiety, health problems, and even worse, bullying can lead to suicide. About 77% of students are either bullied physically, mentally, or verbally. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Public Services, more than 160,000 students stay at home each day because they have fear of bullies. And 8% of students miss at least one class per month because they have fear of bullies. Now that we know what bullying is, let's talk about the different types of bullying. There are many different types of bullying. First, let's talk about verbal bullying. Verbal bullying includes teasing, name-calling, making mean sexual comments. About 19% of students admit saying something hurtful to other students. Here I have a picture of an example. Here we have a kid saying something mean to another student. That's an example of verbal bullying. Next we have physical bullying. Physical bullying is the most common type of bullying. Physical bullying includes hitting, spitting, pushing, and making mean hand suggestions. About 282,000 students are physically attacked each month in the United States. Here we have an example of physical bullying. Here we have a kid about to hit another kid, and you can notice that the bully is bigger than the kid that's being aggressive. Next we have cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is new to the whole bullying environment. Cyberbullying takes place using electronic technology such as social media, text messages, and emails. The most common place where you can find cyberbullying is Facebook, where a person can upload pictures and make mean comments about it and make fun of people. About 21% of students know someone who has been cyberbullied, and 60% of students have been cyberbullied. Here we have a funny picture about what cyberbullying can look like. Now that we know the different types of bullying, let's talk about the consequences of bullying. Everyone has consequences when bullying comes into place. First, let's talk about the consequences of the kids who are bullied. These kids tend to become depressive, they tend to feel sad, they tend to feel lonely, they tend to go from a higher academic level to a lower academic level. Now, let's talk about the consequences of the bullies. These are the kids that make the aggression. These kids tend to abuse alcohol and drugs. They tend to engage in early sexual activities. Most of the time in the future they will have a criminal conviction, and most likely they will commit domestic violence in the future. Now, let's talk about the consequences of the kids who witness bullying. Believe it or not, these kids may have serious consequences. These kids tend to abuse alcohol and drugs, and most of the time they will miss or skip school because they do not want to witness this kind of aggression, and because they think that they're going to be the next one getting bullied. Today, we have learned a lot about bullying, and we should make drastic changes to resolve this problem. Today, we learned what bullying is and the different types of bullying, and again, we should make changes because this cannot continue happening. I hope that this speech has helped all of you and take this information to prevent bullying to happen to your children. No child should go through this kind of aggression in his or her life. Thank you.